Did you ever make anything happen? Anything you couldn't explain? You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a what? Dear Mr. Potter, we are pleased to inform you that you have been accepted at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
Terrible things are about to happen.
Sirius Black has escaped from Azkaban prison.
You betrayed my parents. You're the reason they're dead. He was their friend!
I will have order.
Things have changed.
If Voldemort's building up an army that I want to fight.
Look at me!
It's your turn now. Once again, I must ask too much of you, Harry.
Fight back, you coward! Fight back! Expecto Patronum!
Hello, he's Matt, I'm Nat, and we've got your geek news right here.
November 19th is set to be a magical day because it marks the highly anticipated release of the Harriest Potter movie of all.
That's right. Part 1 of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows comes out, and whether you're a hardcore Potter fan or not, this movie looks like it's set to impress just about any moviegoer.
Definitely. After 6 movies about these kids going to Hogwarts, and most of the movies revolving around that same set, this is the first movie to break that mold and see Harry and his friends on a road movie.
And considering the immensely daunting task that Harry, Ron, and Hermione are facing, that journey is going to be a spontaneous, dark, and dangerous one.
Why do you live? Because I have something worth living for.
I think the most intriguing thing about Hallows Part 1 is the fact that we're not at Hogwarts anymore. We're away from that safe environment. They're in the big, bad world. And it's a dangerous and it's a scary place. And what makes it doubly difficult for Harry is he has to take his friends with him, which puts them in jeopardy.
Harry Potter, the boy who lived, come to die.
It is a bigger film, and the stakes are a lot higher in this film than they probably ever have been before. And there is a real sense that this is going to be Harry's last chance to finish the Voldemort problem once and for all. And the whole film kind of has a sense that we are moving towards something momentous.
Potter, you're underage, which means you've still got the trace on you.
What's the trace?
If you sneeze, the Ministry will know who wipes your nose. The point is, we have to use those means of transport the trace can't detect. Brooms, thestrals, and the like. We'll go in pairs. That way, if anyone's out there waiting for us, and I reckon there will be, they won't know which Harry Potter is the real one.
The real one?
I believe you're familiar with this particular brew.
No. Absolutely not.
I told you you'd take it well.
No, if you think I'm going to let everyone risk their lives for me...
Never done that before, have we?
No, this is different. Like, taking that, becoming me, no.
Well, none of us really fancy it, mate.
Yeah, imagine if something went wrong and we ended up a scrawny, specky git forever.
Everyone here is of age, Potter. Fair warning. Tastes like goblin piss.
I have lots of experiences with that, dear Maddo. Just trying to diffuse the tension.
Fleur, Hermione, Ron, and the Weasley twins, and Mundungus all take Polyjuice Potion and transform into me, which means that I had to give kind of impersonations of all those other characters as me. The thing I was most pleased about was how good I looked in Fleur's costume.
Wow, we're identical.
There was a sort of glam rock feel to the whole thing. I was, well, in my head at least there was, and that's what everybody told me to keep me sweet on set.
So where do we go from here? Leaky Cauldron?
It's too dangerous. If Voldemort really has taken over the Ministry, then none of the old places are safe. Everyone from the wedding will have gone underground, into hiding.
God, my rucksack with all my things, I've left it at the Burrow. You're joking?
I've had all the essentials packed for days, just in case.
By the way, these jeans, not my favourite.
It's Harry, Hermione, and Ron on the road, on the move. They're like refugees. They're being hunted. They don't have a home anymore. They're not safe anywhere anymore. And they're on a kind of mission.
Inevitably, when you're facing an impending doom, like, say, an evil wizard seeking to destroy you and your entire world, some of that stress is going to seep into your personal life.
Now, that's what we're going to get a lot of with this final chapter in the Potter series.
And especially when interpersonal relationships are challenging anyway for a 17-year-old, the end of the world certainly doesn't help. In fact, Voldemort's seemingly inevitable rise has caused conflict for just about every character in the Potterverse.
If you've got something to say, don't be shy. Spit it out.
All right, I'll spit it out. But don't expect me to be grateful just because now there's another damn thing we've got to find.
I thought you knew what you signed up for.
Yeah, I thought I did too.
Harry's in this really tricky position. He adored Dumbledore, who was his mentor, his teacher, his master. But Dumbledore hasn't really left Harry with a plan as such.
I'm sorry, but I don't quite understand. What part of this isn't living up to your expectations? Did you think we were going to be staying in a 5-star hotel, finding a Horcrux every other day? You thought you'd be back with your mum by Christmas?
I just thought, after all this time, we would have actually achieved something. I thought you knew what you were doing. I thought Dumbledore would have told you something worthwhile. I thought you had a plan.
I told you everything Dumbledore told me. And in case you haven't noticed, we have found a Horcrux already.
Yeah, and we're about as close to getting rid of it as we are to finding the rest of them, aren't we?
Please take the Horcrux. You wouldn't be saying any of this if you hadn't been wearing it all day.
Do you know why I listen to that radio every night, dear? To make sure I don't hear Ginny's name. Or Fred. Or George. Or Mum.
What, you think I'm not listening too? You think I don't know how this feels?
No, you don't know how it feels! Your parents are dead! You have no family!
I've made 2 of these movies prior to tackling Deathly Hallows. And we've always been in Hogwarts, and Hogwarts is this wonderful place, a magical place, and it sort of feels very safe, even when the characters are in utter jeopardy. And then suddenly you take them out on the road, and they feel very small in this very big world.
We have infiltrated the Ministry.
Lucius has changed so much from the beginning, and in the time that he's been away in Azkaban, his spirit's been broken. But he arrives back having had the confidence sucked out of him.
You bring news, I trust? It will happen Saturday next, at nightfall.
I've heard differently, my lord. Dawlish the Aura has let slip that the Potter boy will not be moved until the 30th of this month.
And to make matters worse, Malfoy Manor has been seconded as the headquarters of the Death Eaters, but he's given no status, or he's treated worse than a servant.
I must be the one to kill Harry Potter.
We need to get off the streets, get somewhere safe.
Let's say we get under cover before someone murders him.
That way they won't know which Harry Potter is the real one.
They are coming. They are coming.
Matt, I am so excited for this film. I have loved seeing these characters grow up in the novels, and I am so glad the studios kept the actors for all the movies as well. As far as I'm concerned, Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and Rupert Grint are Harry and his friends.
Now, I really enjoyed both the Order of the Phoenix and the Half-Blood Princess movies, and David Yates directed both of them, so the right man is on the job.
I know! Just based on these clips, I'm expecting some great visuals and satisfying storytelling with Deathly Hallows.
And with 2 movies to tell the story in, there should be no excuse for cutting corners in this adaptation like we saw in Half-Blood Prince.
Fingers crossed, people. So be sure to keep your eye on YourGeekNews.com to catch a review of Part 1 of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows.
The Elder Wand. The most powerful wand ever made. The Resurrection Stone. The Cloak of Invisibility. Together they make the Deathly Hallows. Together they make one Master of Death.